week, yeah, lots of things are happening with this Mars-Uranus square yesterday, as you noticed in the world.
Mm.
So, as we talked about, it can be very as it is. So, I hope everybody's safe and well and taking care of themselves. I think it's very important these days to think about people all around the world going through different things. So,
Mike, we can't hear you. Can't hear you that well.
again,
Yes.
you can't hear me. Okay.
Now I can.
Any,
Yeah.
okay. So just sending everybody lots of love and thinking about people. It's not easy. It's not easy these days, to be honest. I'm thinking about different people from different all around the world going through these uncertain times, let's say. So that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do we have happening? I don't know where we left off last week, but of course this week we have the big total lunar eclipse on Tuesday.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's the big one. Tomorrow, so over the weekend we have Moon in Leo. So if I start from there, this Moon in Leo is not the happiest moon, but it's not even making a lot of things. It doesn't make a lot of aspects anyway, because so many things are in Pisces, and Leo and Pisces, they don't meet. So
No.
it's not a lot of things are happening. But he was opposing Pluto, and then tomorrow the moon will uh, oppose Mars and square Uranus. That's what I'm saying. So it's not the happiest moon. Lots
No,
of
it isn't. No, that's not a happy. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
just be careful over the weekend. Yeah. Monday. Big shift is that Mars is entering Pisces. That's happening on
Yes.
Monday,
Yes.
9:15 a.m. Eastern time.
9:15
Uh,
a.m. Okay.
Eastern
What
time.
degree?
That's a good one. Oh yeah, it's just entering Pisces, 0
Oh, just
degrees. So
entering. Just entering.
yeah,
Okay, that's right.
yeah.
Okay, it's
It's
just
not going into
ingress.
it.
Just an
Yeah,
ingress.
it's
Okay.
ingress. Yep. So he's joining Venus, Sun, Mercury, and Pallas Athena in Pisces. So there we have for the lunation, for this eclipse, the next day, we have many, many different, we have a lot of planets in Pisces, as I talked about last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the
Okay.
total, so that's Monday. It's just that Mars is entering Pisces. Mars in Pisces is not comfortable because he cannot grasp. He likes to know what
Yeah.
he's doing, be fast.
Right.
Like Mars in Pisces doesn't have sense of time or space, or it could be like wandering
Yeah, I
around like a
do know.
wanderer. Yeah,
Yes, yes. I can sense it
but
already. I mean, you can sense it.
yeah,
There's a lot of diffusion. Plus, we have all this Neptune, so we have a lot of diffusion, right? Diffusiveness. A lot of,
yes,
a lot of mists and so on. So a lot lack of clarity right now on things.
yeah, because a lot of a
Hmm.
lot of planets are in Pisces. So with Mars coming on Monday, it's going to be even more until Venus leaves on Friday and goes to Aries. But then between Monday and Friday next week, we have so many things in Pisces and the total lunar eclipse.
Yeah.
A lot of confusion. Like Mercury in Pisces uh, is definitely retrograde, is bringing more confusion,
Hmm.
misunderstanding. And we talked about it last week. So Mars
Yeah.
in Pisces also will have this flavor of just not being able to do like, oh, I wanna act, move, and then it's like he doesn't see the clearly where he's going. Like, what
Right.
path should I take? So it's more of an
Yes.
artistic Mars, more of dance, uh, sing, act, paint, like that kind of a Mars, right? I think about movement, so yoga, dancing, uh, tai chi, qigong, like stuff like that. That's very martial arts. Mars in Pisces is good for those kind of things. So to use their movement, but in an artistic way, let's say.
Hmm.
So artistic movements. I
Yeah, I
would
think
I would
because
say.
with the Pisces, we have to feed our spirit. This is the time to feed our soul and
Yeah.
spend more time within reviewing our spiritual location, um, reconsidering it, rebuilding it, renewing it. So which is not. I mean, Mars is like, why we got to do all that? Let's keep it going. But whatever. But Pisces in this Mercury retrograde is asking us, after all we've been through, Jasmina, these last
Yeah.
few years, these last few, even just this last month, is saying, okay, now I've cleared a lot of stuff away from you. Let's review. Where are you now? Are you actually on feeling like you're on point or you're on target. Let's check in with our soul. How are we feeling about things?
That's right.
So, and we'll need to use that interior muscle that sometimes gets overlooked. And this is even someone like me who's always into that. I was talking to a friend this morning. We spend every Saturday morning, she and I, and we do a spiritual practice together. And then we study other ancient healing arts from all over the world. We just study them and practice them. And we realize as old as she and I are together, because I think the two of us together almost 150 years, but of years of life on the planet. But we realize that we have to still, there's more right now. There's so much more to deepen. And I mentioned this to Anne when Anne and I did the show, is that this is the first Mercury retrograde with Saturn and Neptune in Aries.
Yes, I watched you guys the other day.
And
Yeah,
I was like, wow, and so this is historic. I mean, this is still I mean, yeah, it happened before, 4,000 years ago, almost
yeah.
4,500 years ago. You know what I mean? So, but we haven't had this energy
Mhm.
in our active fields since that time.
Mars in Pisces is a spiritual warrior anyway, right?
Yes, that's right. So now
Right.
we're having to be, yeah, okay, that's right. That is
So
the
that
spiritual warrior archetype. That is.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see interesting things happening. So for this total eclipse, so let's just quick logistics. Total lunar eclipse is happening on March 3rd, 6:37 a.m. Eastern Time at 12 degrees and 53 minutes of Virgo.
Okay,
So
say that again, because you six,
so
six,
6:37
uh-huh,
a.m. Eastern
right.
Time at 12 degrees and
Mm-hmm.
53 minutes of Virgo.
Okay.
So all of you who have uh, um, position between 10 and 16 degrees of mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, and Sagittarius. This is more personal. Like, for example, my son, literally my son is at 14 degrees, 13, 14 degrees of Gemini. So we'll see. I'll let you know how this, because it's an apex, right? It's a square.
Yes.
So, so that's, yeah, I'm mindful of that. The thing with this moon, it's with the south node. It's ruled by Mercury retrograde, and there's a lot of Piscean energy, which
Yes.
which tells me I called it. I did a video on YouTube for all the signs, and I called this explanation "Time to Say Goodbye." You know that's Botticelli, that song,
Yes. Andrea,
"Time to Say."
Andreas,
Yeah, Andrea
mm-hmm.
Bocelli. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
"Time to Say Goodbye," because it's an energy definitely of letting go. Even
Yes.
even all this Piscean energy um, traditionally are ruled by Jupiter in Cancer, which is back history, memories, also retrograde, going back. So there's like a double whammy. Like everything tells me, it could be overly sensitive, over emotional because of the Pisces planets. But we need to let go and say goodbye finally to things that really we cannot hold on to anymore.
Yeah, that's
Whenever
right.
you feel like it.
Yes.
That old
Yeah.
habit. Like in general, Virgo is about releasing worry, anxiety, anxiousness, um,
Okay.
um, um, you know, trying to perfect things, trying to be perfect, trying to be the it's very hard to always wanting to improve, always wanting to always finding the to be we have to relax, you
Right.
know
Yes.
overly analyzing,
Yes.
overthinking,
Overthinking, over planning, yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it could be
Yeah.
very stressful, right? It
So
just gives you this
detailed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a good
nervous.
thing, but it can be too much. It can be
Yes,
too much and can tax the system.
yeah,
Right.
the nervous system
Mm-hmm.
highly agitated. So it's time to release all those pressures that are
Mm-hmm.
happening on our, because those are subtle things. You don't think that they're affecting your health, but they are.
Oh
Every,
yes. Oh
you know,
yes.
decision making is stressful.
It is.
And
Yes, it is.
Virgo energy, whenever you have Virgo in your chart, this is where you get too much stress anyway, because you want to, that part of your life you want to perfect, you want to improve, you're always thinking, bless you.
Thank
And
you.
so that's you have to really find a new approach
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
finding a new approach of how to do things, and it's very necessary. Okay, so in Pisces we're going to have Mars North Node, Pallas Athena, Sun, Mercury, and Venus, opposing this moon one way or another. Um,
Opposing the moon.
yeah, because it's a full
Okay.
moon eclipse. Eclipse
Oh,
is a
that's
full
true too.
moon.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
which means that the Earth is between the Sun and the Moon, and the Sun and Earth is blocking the Sun, you know, to the
The
Moon,
two
right?
luminaries from actually,
Yeah,
yeah. Hmm.
yeah. Because it's heavy water in the sky. Oh, it's all about the water. There's no air. So when there's no air, we don't see the other side. We're not
Mm-mm.
open to other opportunities.
Mm-mm.
We're going to be highly sensitive, highly emotional. Um, also, our perception is going to be based on our emotional state, our mood.
Mm.
Um, uh, so we just be aware of that. Release, as I mentioned last week, cry, take a
Yeah.
bath, go be by the water, drink lots of water. Um, you know, and let go of things which might be hard.
Yeah.
We have Saturn. Neptune is a modern ruler of Pisces. Each is with Saturn, so there is a reality check as well. Like, oh yeah, I now understand. I need to let this go. This is not longer a reality. You know how sometimes you break up with somebody, but you still
Yeah.
hold on to that hope. Oh, we might get
Yes.
together
Yeah.
one day. No,
Yeah.
no, it's not happening. Like this is the time that you realize, okay, this is really not happening. We are not getting back together. And that's the example that I have in my head, but it could be whatever, right? Oh, I'm going to get that inheritance, and then my life is going to be better. No, you're not. Probably, you cannot. I mean, maybe you will, but the point is, maybe you get back to that person. Maybe you are getting that money, but the point is, you cannot hold on to that false hope
Mm.
anymore. It cannot
And
be your foundation, right? It can
that's right.
be
Right.
that.
Hmm.
That's the thing. That's what I feel for this donation. That it's kind of like holding on to something that it might or might not happen, but you cannot uh, 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 build a solid foundation based on that, right?
Right.
That's my thought.
And what I'm getting is something I'm helping me do because I know we have a, in the Western culture we don't like releasing things, especially things that we think we may need later or whatever on. But now I think with the fire horse, think of it. This is the way I'm thinking of it now, is that we have to release things to feed the fire. So
Mm,
we're trying to build a fire. A fire needs to be fed.
mm.
So sit by the fire and feed it those things that you want to release. And some of those,
It's like a
sometimes you,
like
let me
sorry,
finish. Let me finish.
like a
You need to
sacrifice.
also release the treasures. So we always want to release those things that we figure, yes, release those things you no longer need. But every once in a while, something that may feel or present itself to you as a treasure, you're not
Mm.
you're not demeaning it by releasing it. Just saying thank you. You bless and release it to the fire. And then the fire is fed, so you still can actually, you're feeding your future by releasing things to it and not
It's like,
blocking your path.
is it like a sacrifice they used to do? Like,
Yeah.
you
Well, yeah, I
feel
don't want to
like
use the word sacrifice. I don't want to use that word. It's
I
like
don't want to either, but
compromise.
yeah, I
It's
know,
like
but
compromise. I
but
mean,
now
I
that
get it. That technically is that, but it's actually a spirit, one of the universal laws of reciprocity. In order to
mm,
get things, you have to give things.
mm,
So you can't just get. When you're releasing things honestly and openly, yes, it may hurt a little bit when you're releasing things. You actually, because when you're releasing, you're opening your hands and releasing, and then your hands can be filled by your hands and your heart can be filled by things that now you're ready to take on. Because you're letting the universe know, I'm not ready to take on everything. If I'm all like this, it's like I can't really take it on. But if you're actually saying, okay, I can release, and then your hands are open, your heart's opening, and then you're like, oh, I didn't know that's coming in, because now you're able to hold it. You have space. You have space.
I like that. Well, because it's a Virgo eclipse, it's actually a great opportunity to declutter your space,
Declutter. That's what I'm doing right now. Thank you so
right?
much. Yes.
Paperwork. Like, just go through your drawers. Everybody has a drawer where they put everything in it. The
Just
one that
one? Yeah.
you know that one that you put, like, you don't know what to do with this. Just everything goes there, and then it's a
Yeah.
mess, right?
Yes.
So donate stuff like
Yeah.
old
Yes.
clothing or whatever, something that,
Absolutely.
anyway. So it's a good thing to really, even just giving books away, maybe that you don't want anymore, maybe you read,
Hmm.
so somebody else
Hmm.
might need them more. But think about different things you can do. So that's That's it.
Yeah, I have a friend. She's sending me things that she's cleaning out her stuff, and she's sending me some things that she knows that I would enjoy. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I have a few things I think that she'll enjoy, other friends, and so you're releasing them, but you're repurposing stuff. So what's that saying? Another one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yes.
So it's not a trash, but it's
Yeah, yeah,
if
yeah.
you're yeah, it's not. It's just that you're recycling. I mean, Mercury retrograde, we're recycling. That's a Mercury retrograde word. That stuff. So
But that's the whole point of going to the antique stores. That's
yes.
somebody had it
Well, so,
before, right? You
yes.
go to the flea markets. That's one of those things, right? That you can
Right.
go and
Secondhand. I love secondhand goods. I love
right,
thrift stores. Always have.
thrift stores. Yes. Uh, I follow this lady. She's Croatian, but she's doing thrifting. She literally goes and repurposing them consciously and mindfully and sharing that on Instagram. I think it's such a great
Oh,
uh,
excellent.
thing to do, to show other people how to reuse and how to get, and I love what she's doing. Anyway, that's another thing to think and maybe repurpose some of your things that you have at home. You know,
Well, of course, that's where it starts.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Also for this eclipse, because it's a full moon, think about the new moon that happened on September 2nd, 2024. That was the new moon in Virgo. So the topics from that time can now be again. They're coming to celebration, right, to fruition. So September 2nd, 2024. Think about what was happening in your life around then. Go through your journals or go through emails or calendars, and see what was happening then.
Ah,
Yeah, for this moon, for this eclipse, the only aspect that actually moon is making is sextile Jupiter, nothing else. So
okay.
this tells us there's opportunity for hope and optimism,
Oh
that
my
this all
goodness.
will end up well,
Yeah.
but we need to willingly let go of something.
Yes. You gotta trust. Yeah, this is gonna require some trust and faith that when we let go of things, there is
Yeah.
something queued up and ready to come in. And I know this is something you think I would know by now with my advancing years, but every once in a while I say, "Oh, this must be it. I'm not getting it," and then like, "No, yeah, it's just it's the way the world works." There's still something coming in for you. Yeah.
Um, yeah, I was just preparing my newsletter for March forecast, and what came to me is the whole month of March is going to be combination. What is the formula for success? Is having faith and courage. You
Mm,
can't have one without the other,
that's right. Absolutely right, Jasmina. Absolutely right.
right?
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I think that is, especially in March, it's gonna kind of, we're gonna need it, right? So okay,
Yes.
but back to the week ahead.
Okay.
Um, that's the eclipse. Wednesday, Thursday, we have Libra moon. I personally love Libra moons
So
because
do I.
I know you're personally attached, but it's all about harmony and peace, and you know, let's calm down and let's talk
Yeah.
about it.
Yes. Yes. Relation. We actually want to
Yeah,
relate. It's a
yes,
moon that wants to relate emotionally. Yes.
yes. Like just let's
Mm-hmm.
talk, let's calm down and talk about it. We don't have to be
Right.
all defensive or aggressive.
Yes. Okay.
Just so I like the Libra moon. Um, it is opposing a bunch of stuff, now with Saturn in Neptune. But this is just telling me that it's gonna, with oppositions are always about somebody else and what is happening. So maybe it will give us opportunity to find a middle ground on how to restructure our relationships. Um, how to, what do we envision to be the relationships we want to be in? What is a
Hmm.
romantic relationship for us? What is a friendship relationship? What is a client professional relationship? What is the
Okay.
business? Like there's different. We are in different roles. So maybe we can
Right.
think in general. What roles are we in? And do we feel comfortable in them? What do we expect from others in that relation? What do we from ourselves? You know, I'm just thinking because of the eclipse and because of this coming just after, we might think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, on Wednesday, we also have a Venus sextile Uranus. So Venus Uranus sextiles are also opportunities to do something different, innovative, spontaneous, adventurous, exciting. Um, so that's also a thing. You don't have to, think about it. It's just after the eclipse. I think approaching the eclipse and Tuesday, it could be very hard. And then after that, there's little pieces, gems that we can find some
Good.
fun. But we need to grab them though. It's not gonna
Hmm.
come into our lap. So that's a good thing. Thursday is the best day of the week because we
Oh.
have Sun trining Jupiter.
Oh, wow.
So they're both in water. So I think this will definitely give us more hope for the future. We might feel more confident in ourselves, in
Hmm.
our faith,
Hmm.
in our beliefs, and how to proceed forward. It's a favorable, fortunate time.
Yeah.
Sun is a luminary touching Jupiter.
Yes.
So use Thursday in general to,
That's nice.
yeah,
That's good.
yeah,
That's gonna be that's gonna really be a comfort. That's gonna be a beacon. It's gonna be a comfortable,
yes,
a comforting place. Okay, good. Thursday.
yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, so the moon after moon in Libra goes to
When is the moon in Libra again? The moon's in Libra
so
on.
when it's Wednesday, uh, yeah, so it comes Wednesday 1:55 p.m. Eastern time,
Okay.
and then the entire Thursday until Friday 11 p.m.
Oh, nice. A long one.
So
Okay.
yeah, so long, yes, but we have a void moon. That's what I'm gonna say. The problem we're gonna have 28 if you don't include Chiron as an aspect to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Some people still don't do it when they do these elections and stuff. Like they just are we're just looking at a traditional kind of this planet, not Chiron. If you disregard Moon trine in Chiron on Friday, then we have almost 29 hours void Moon
Oh.
on Thursday, Friday. So the whole Friday is kind of void Moon.
Oh, Friday's right. Okay, so
Yes.
the moon's in Libra until Thursday at
Yeah,
what
but
time?
so it goes void at 6:22 p.m. Thursday
Okay,
until it goes to Scorpio at 11 p.m. Friday night. So it's like
Friday night. Okay, that's the time. Okay, that's a good chunk of time. Okay.
if you
Hmm.
if you want to consider Moon opposite Chiron on Friday, then it's happening around noon Eastern time. Then you have 12 hours, like 11 hours of void Moon
Oh, okay,
after
that's what you're saying.
noon. Yeah. So think about depend on how you look at the stuff. Like everybody
Hmm.
is
That's
individual.
true.
So um, I would consider it. I wouldn't say it's void until, but you know, um, depending on what you do.
Hmm.
If
Hmm.
you're electing something, maybe watch out. Anyway,
Oh, right. If you're doing elective. Okay, gotcha.
yeah,
Hmm.
because it's kind of yeah. Anyway, so Friday is for void moon actually is perfect to declutter and to clean everything. Everything that this eclipse brought to you, Friday as a void moon doesn't start anything new anyway. So just make sure that you finalize what you're letting go. Let's say.
Mm. Okay.
Uh, Friday brings another new thing that Venus is entering Aries. So
Right. I thought so.
she's gonna
Okay.
she's
Hmm.
ingressing into Aries on 5:45 a.m. Interesting thing now is that um, Venus and Mars are going to be in a mutual reception, just because Mars is in Pisces and Venus is exalted in Pisces. So it's not like direct mutual reception, but it's still a mutual reception
It
by
is.
exaltation,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which tells and Venus is going to be in Aries, a Martian sign. So there is understanding. There is still a way to work with these opposite energies of receiving and giving, right? Of being assertive and receptive. So because they have understanding, but they are mutual reception, they
Mm-hmm.
understand each other better.
Mm-hmm.
And there are archetypes of yin and yang energy, so we can maybe work better in those archetypes in understanding the different
Okay.
side of the story.
Got
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Uh, so Venus is the first of the personal planets, not Moon, disregard the Moon, that's
Yeah.
gonna touch Neptune and Saturn. Okay.
Yes. Yes. In Aries. Yes. Exactly.
So next weekend she's next Saturday. She is meeting Neptune in Aries. So this is gonna be an interesting thing to see. Usually when they meet, it's very romantic, but it's also it can be very um, it can be very um, delusional about
That's
our
what I say.
relationship.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
Deceptive, but your word is better. Yeah,
Yes.
because
Yes.
you're not really
Yes.
seeing the true pick the
Yes.
truth. Yeah. Hmm.
But it's in Aries. So I'm thinking we might be more bold to actually act on it. Sometimes when when Venus and Neptune meet in Pisces, nobody actually acts. They're in their heads, romanticizing. But
Yeah.
when they're Aries, right, both of them now. So maybe
Oh.
there is some kind of
Okay.
something
Yes.
might poke us to actually, I have a crush. Let's just say it.
Yeah.
Let's see
Yeah.
where we stand.
Yes.
Maybe
Right.
maybe this will this my thoughts. I don't know how it's gonna be, but maybe when all these planets are now
In the
touched by
Aries, something
Saturn.
has to happen.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
right.
Hmm.
We never experienced Neptune and Aries in that sense. That
Right.
very that initiative, that bold
Yes.
action of our dreams, and having this, not just dreaming about the boy next door, but actually saying hi, at
Yes.
least
And with
saying
Venus
hi,
there too, right? So that's true.
right?
And Aries will take a chance. Aries will even just blurt out and just
Yes.
yeah.
You,
Hmm.
you don't have to per se say I love you or like you. Just say
No.
hi. Just say
Hi.
hi.
Yes. Yes. Just say
Show
hi.
your face,
Yes.
right? So that's
You
what
want
I'm
to have
thinking.
coffee? Do you want to have coffee?
Yes,
Something.
yes.
Just say
So
something. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
because it's with Saturn. Because the next day she meets Saturn. So it's like there's not a
Oh
lot of space
no.
and time to actually dwell in that romanticism, because Saturn is very reality check, And I think because they're together, I like that. I kind of like them together because they're having each other in check, right? So
Yes.
Neptune is
Yes.
saying to Saturn, "You lighten up," and Saturn says, "Oh no, we need to have some realities as
Yeah.
well." So there's like
Right.
a I kind of like it because it gives us opportunity to not to be extreme on the one or the other side, but to find a
Hmm.
middle ground, which
Hmm.
I think is beautiful. So I think this might go well if you're bold enough. At least you kind of know where you are. You're
Yeah.
not living this false hope that we need to hold this
Right.
intimacy, that we need to let
Yes.
go for this formation anyway. So
Yeah.
that's my line of thought. You
Yeah. I
know,
guess that's a good one, Jasmine. That's
yeah,
excellent. Yeah. That's a
yeah,
good
yeah. So kind of like it. We'll see how it goes next weekend. It can be bombastic. It can be anything. We are
Yeah.
also changing time here in Eastern time.
I
We
hate
are
that.
I know we are losing 1 hour, so just have a
And
note next
I really
Saturday.
don't like that losing 1 hour bit. I tell you. What day
I
is that
know
again?
that's on Saturday the 7th. We're gonna lose one
Yeah.
hour.
I mean, I say just I wish we would just pick a time now and just stay to one thing. But anyhow, yes, I'm glad we got
Yes,
that. And
yes,
what's so confusing is I know you have to have this too in other countries. So I have friends in Germany and other countries who
yep.
they don't change the same time. So if I'm trying to have a class with them or a situation with them, we have to really figure out their time and then add an hour. I get so, because so confused because I'm like, what do we
I
do now? Oh,
That's right. I have LSA, classes in England. So I always have is it what is it 4 hours, 5 hours? Now did
five
you change?
hours?
Who changed?
Who
you
changed?
know,
Yeah, exactly.
and I know in US not every state is changing. Arizona they never change, right? For
Who
example, I think.
cares?
You know,
That's so terrible. It's like, yeah, it's Arizona has some issues. I don't care about Arizona. I'm
okay,
sorry.
okay, that's funny. You have to tell me offline. I'm curious.
Yeah,
I
no,
want
Arizona has issues with holidays. Arizona doesn't observe a lot of things, so
to know. Okay,
whatever.
okay. Anyway,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's their
But it's
thing.
but if you have a client from there or somebody, like you have
Well,
to
then
think
you
what
have to, right? Then you have
like
to. Yes.
what are you, like where are you, what is
Yeah.
happening anyway.
Yes.
So in general, I would say the hardest day of the week would be Tuesday because of the eclipse, because a lot of emotion. Remember, a lot of Pisces energy. We had already this year a lot of Piscean energy during the there was something already or last year or in the fall. Anyway, so there's a lot of Piscean energy, and it can be overwhelming, right? You
It
can
can
feel
be. It really can be. So it's a different kind of in the feels than say like a moon in Cancer. The Piscean can be overwhelming. It can
overwhelming.
really just put you. You could be. I mean, actually, you don't. How I know it's happening because I could be nice and la, and all of a sudden I just done. And I'm like, what happened? I realized, oh, Pisces. It can really just overtake you. It just really just
Yeah,
as- it assume it's what I call it, absorbs you. It's sort of like moving
yeah,
into the sea of maybe not despair, but a sea of emotions, a sea of overwhelm and and so
Yeah.
that's why you'll need to have those things to. Sometimes it's like, like we were saying last week, Jasmine. It's good sometimes to have that. If you need to release things, you can release stress
Hmm.
from the body through your emotions coming to the surface. So if you have some emotions, let them come.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, they will come. I mean, you'll be at a battle to try to not let it come forth. Actually,
It,
um,
it it's very sensitive energy. So think about you're just catching up on everything. Imagine you're walking down the street and you can feel the kid. You hear a kid crying and and then you hear this. You can just it's that kind of sensitive. Like you pick up on every little thing, and because all the personal planets are in Pisces and it's a lunation, it's
mhm.
a full moon, like it's more on the moon side. I think we're gonna feel it more than we think. Like just watching the news, I think we're gonna cry. Just, but that's kind of a feeling. You will not be able to kind of detach yourself. Like I can't do it anymore. That's it, and start crying. That's kind of a sense. Like I can't. That can be a feeling. But I think we're gonna bounce back pretty fast with the Sun and Jupiter trine, and with Venus coming into Aries soon after that. So I think we're gonna bounce back pretty good. But
Yeah.
Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, just applying to Tuesday. All these few days that ahead can be a little bit too much. So just don't be hard on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Let yourself some slack. That's also important. Okay. Thursday, I would say is the best day, just because of the Sun, Jupiter
Yeah.
trine. That's a beautiful energy. Enjoy it. Oh, and before we have to mention this, we have a Mercury Cassini. Okay, Saturday,
Like
6
Kazemi.
a.m. Yeah. Saturday, 6 a.m. Eastern Time, Sun and Mercury are meeting in Pisces, right? Mercury is retrograde. So they're going to meet again soon when he goes direct in probably. Maybe they will. I don't know if they went next time. But anyway,
Hmm.
this,
Hmm.
this Cassini is with the retrograde Mercury. So um, he's still not going forward in a sense, right? He's
Oh.
still um, so imagine sun is our vitality, our strength. So when it's our identity, and Mercury is how we express it. And
Hmm.
Mercury in Pisces retrograde doesn't know how to express it, so it can be confusing in that sense. So this whole cycle can still have this feeling of not be able to express yourself clearly, and so
Oh.
just having people misunderstand you, or just not finding the words, like just not be able to find the words. Okay, you want to say something but doesn't come to you, like why does not nobody understands me? How can I say it? So this could be the whole Kazimi. That's how I feel. Like it could be
And
in that
when is
sense.
that again?
Saturday, this March 7th, 6 a.m. Eastern
March
Time.
7th. Okay.
Yeah. This will occur 16 degrees Pisces. So if you have anything, again, all this week, you have anything in the mid of mutable signs,
It seems like a lot of that. Yeah.
it's going to be affected by
And
square or
and this
condition
is
or conjunction.
This is Mercury. Who's doing the
Yeah,
Kazemi? It's Mercury.
Mercury.
Oh yeah, that's what he can't
Mercury.
communicate. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Pisces. Yeah.
But
Yes, it's could be challenging emotionally.
yeah, that's what I feel.
Hmm. Hmm.
So reach out. Pisces can just retreat there by themselves. Reach out to somebody. Don't isolate yourself if you feel, you know. I hope people are. Yeah. This reminds me, and you mentioned when you talked to Anne, mm, the actor, the Martin, and his daughter, passing
Yes.
last week. Like, it really shook me, to be honest. Like
Oh,
those kind of
really?
things,
Okay.
because that's, you know, I hope people have somebody to turn to. You know,
Right. As
that's
opposed to
yeah,
taking extreme. Yeah.
yes,
Hmm.
that's why, because this is going to be extreme, and I just hope that people who are alone, they don't feel, it's a sense of desperation as well.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. That's despair, desperation. And I
Yeah.
have to mention this. I did have a friend at one point. I mean, thank goodness this person's still with us. But he called me saying, I'm feeling like I may want to go and end myself. And
Mm.
I said, I'm in another state. So I said, here's what you do. You go to the emergency room and I'm on my way to you. But I need you to go to the hospital. Just walk into the emergency room and just state, I think I want to do this. They will sit you down and whatever. And I read this someplace, and sure enough, he said, just by me saying that, and I told him that, pack your stuff, you know what I mean? Make sure you have your keys, your wallet, you give people something to do, and I'll meet you
Yeah, yeah,
there.
yeah.
I'm on my way to you, but I have to meet you at that place. Now, I'm not saying this works for everything, but sometimes you need to give someone, don't do that, blah, blah, blah. I took him
Yeah.
seriously and didn't waste time with
Mm,
that, and I gave him directions, something to
I like
do.
that.
And he told me, he said, once he started doing, he says, wait a minute, I'm okay. But he was having a moment of, because we've all been there when you have overwhelming emotions, a tear, and you just feel like, I just can't do this anymore. I'm out. Maybe not suicide, but you just sort of, you've reached the point before
Yeah.
the steam release. And just having someone to say, I hear you. Okay. Come over here right now. I'll meet you there. And that gives the person something to do and a
Mm,
responsibility, an obligation to you. Now, if you know they can't do that, then you know to let's approach 911 or call authorities.
that's
But
right.
for
That's right.
that, I found that I had a group of other coworkers, and all three of us suffered from depression or depressive episodes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we knew it. So we would travel out of town, and sometimes because two of us were single, other one, but still we're traveling out of town, we're by ourselves. And for long periods of time because we're doing negotiations and doing some heavy duty work. So we knew to check in with one another, but we had an understanding that each one of us could call the other person any time of night or day and say, I just need to talk to you. And I just need to just answer the phone. Let me cry, talk, whatever. And I never forget he said to me once said, listen, just knowing that I could do that, that I knew that we had that agreement. We had that we could do that, we were fine. And at one time this is funny now, but so they were having a barbecue at someone's apartment, meaning because we had like long-term housing because of being out of town for a while, and no one had heard from me. So those two are talking, saying, "Have you talked to her? Mm-mm. Have
Yeah.
you talked to her? Mm-mm." So they're both very worried that you know what I mean, not realizing I'm just a target trying to find something, you know what I mean. But that's just that kind of thing that
Yeah.
because they
Yeah,
knew
yeah.
that we all checked in and they hadn't checked in with me in a while or touched base. And this is before texting. This is before we had
Oh,
texting
yeah, yeah, yeah. That was,
and stuff.
yeah,
So it
before
was,
anything.
it
Yeah.
wasn't, it was only cell phones at best. So, but it's that kind of, I can laugh at it now because it was me, but I know they said they were in a panic because they were like, I haven't seen her. Have you heard from her? Mm-mm. And you're wondering, wow, so,
Especially, I'm thinking of people who, who feel that they have no more purpose in life.
mm-hmm.
When you retire or your kids leave for university and you become,
Yeah,
empty
yeah.
nester, or there's a lot of different feelings, different situations that people
Absolutely.
go through,
Empty nest and the kids are gone. Retirement can be hard. I could speak
like,
to that. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Or you get
So,
divorced, your loved one leaves you or something like that. You're like, now where am I?
but
Yeah.
but,
Hmm.
but imagine the feeling that nobody needs you.
Yeah.
It's a hard feeling.
Yes.
All of a sudden the kids don't need you. You have no, you
Right.
have a partner. Nobody needs you. Why am I
No.
here? Nobody
Yeah.
needs me. And then you get going to despair. So if you feel like that you feel that nobody needs you or there's no purpose, please reach out to somebody. I guarantee that many people need you 100%,
Yeah.
and that you can still do good. So I
Hmm.
just want to
Hmm.
mention that because I can understand that there are situations in life that can lead you to that feeling, and those are the hard feelings. I
Yeah.
think that's
Yeah.
when you lose your core purpose, why
Oh
am I,
boy, I do know. And
yeah.
this
Um,
it's the small touchstones. And let me give you an example. In my neighborhood, there I know the superintendents for different buildings that I don't live in, but I'm used to seeing them. There's a few that I know their names. They don't know my name or they don't remember, but they look to me when I pass by. They'll look to me like to see that because I always acknowledge them. They look to be acknowledged. Just that kind of. And I said, "Oh, hi, Winston." One's name is Winston, and different ones, and they say, "Oh, hi." But you could tell that they actually, it's that connection, just that brief connection, can mean more than you know to someone
a
because they're
smile,
being seen. You're
yeah,
being
yes,
seen. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. You good? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I'm better now. It's getting close to George Washington Bridge, looking over, but I'm better now. And so just when you see people, and you may not get, and here's another thing too. Remember, when you acknowledge someone, they may not respond to you right away. They're not being rude. They may be in shock. Sometimes they can't respond fast enough.
that's right, that's right,
So
that's
I've
right.
had things happen where I've had an engagement and I realized, oh, I didn't respond. My face was like, huh? Or their faces, you know what I mean? And then I realized, oh, I didn't respond, but so that's why I don't take it personally. But that person was like, well, I'm being seen. Okay, I do have, and people do want me here.
Yeah. That's why I encourage, like, I like that you, for example, you live alone, but you have a cat. That's
Yeah,
important. It's
yeah.
important to have, to have a pet if you don't, if you live alone. I think it's very, very important.
Oh, you have to have something that needs you, because I know who
Yeah.
would take care of her. She's so spoiled rotten. There's no one that can even deal with her right now. It's, you know what I mean? So,
Doesn't matter. It's
but
important
just
to,
say that's what keeps me here,
yes,
is that I
that's,
know that she's someone who needs
yes,
me
yes.
to take care of her the way she
So
likes to be taken care of.
because
Spoiled thing.
Virgo is about pets and Pisces and taking care. If you feel
Mm,
inspired, you wanna think about a pet in your life. I would encourage that as well.
yeah,
I'm not a pet person myself, but you know what? If life takes me to that I'm alone, I'm gonna get a
yeah,
pet, hundred
yeah.
percent.
Oh, pets are the best. I
That
mean,
that
for those, but you have a husband and child, so
I
you
know,
have,
but
yeah.
in life you never know what's. But
Yeah.
it's absolutely necessary to have a dog,
Oh, I know.
a
Yes.
bird, whatever.
A
So
bird, even a fish, something
yeah, think
something
about that.
living. Mm-hmm.
Think about that. I'm just, that comes to me because it's Virgo and it's pets and it's, so
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yes.
something like that,
Yeah.
something like
That's
that. I
that's
know
important.
some people might lose pets as well during this week because it's that kind of energy.
Yes. But the
So
eclipses,
I'll be
sometimes there
seeing.
is a loss.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
a loss.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
let's end on a brighter note. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
After the eclipse, I said, focus on this Jupiter trine Sun on Thursday. Let that be something to look forward to this week.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did I say? Which sign will have? Oh, you know what? Libras might have some nice time this week, just because
Oh, good.
Venus is coming to Aries in the opposite sign, so they might there's gonna be some action going on in their
All
relationship, so
right.
that can be something. Yeah, I think maybe Libras
Go
will.
Libra. Go Libra.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I mean,
We'll take it.
Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. They have Jupiter Sun trine, so that's a beautiful one. Or Leo Sagittarius, because the Leo is ruled by Sun and Sagittarius by Jupiter. So it's kind of they can have some nice opportunities.
Yes.
Anyway, just a thought.
Yeah, good.
Um,
No,
yeah.
that's good. Yeah.
Anyway, that's it. I think that's
Yeah.
it. I have nothing for this week. Oh yeah, next week I cannot do Saturday. I can do Friday or Sunday. Let me know.
Okay, I'll let you
I
know, which is good because I think I can't. I was just talking to a friend. I have a couple of dates that I can't make either, so that's good. So
yeah.
let me check and see.
Yeah, I
So you
can
could
do
do.
Saturday. I can do Friday or Sunday.
Sunday. No, I can't do Sunday. I'll have to see. I'll get back to you though. So we have to
Yeah,
make.
or we can skip it. I don't know if you
We
want to
just may
skip
have
it
to
or
skip
not.
it. We may have to skip that one.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay.
Okay, I'll get back to you though. Okay, I'll get back
Yeah,
to you no later than I'll know by Monday. I think or Tuesday. That
but that's fine because the week after, if we skip next week, the week after, Jupiter is going direct on the 10th, so that's going to be much better. And Jupiter is going to trine Mercury, so it's going to be kind of a nicer week.
good.
The moons are going to be out of bounds in Sagittarius and Capricorn. That's just watch out for that. But that week is much lighter, much softer, much nicer than
Good.
this week that is coming. So I think they're going to be good. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think these past. I think we got through the some of the more choky or the more difficult, the more thick spots.
Yeah.
I think we're just
Yes.
clearing. After we get through this week, we'll have cleared a lot of that, and because this
Yeah.
has been, so we'll have a little, we'll have a moment or two to catch our breath before
Ab- Absolutely.
April, I guess, right? Yeah. April's
Yeah.
going to bring its own.
March is much softer than
Good,
February.
good. Because
And
January and February are quite intense this year.
there were, yeah. And I think with Mercury retrograde, we have a time to slow down our process,
Yes,
our mind and our thought process, and just
yes.
it's a good opportunity to slow down a little bit, because have some
Yeah, I feel
downtime.
right.
If
Some
you
downtime. Yeah.
right, because we always have to be productive. Oh, look, I have 10 minutes. I have to do something productive. Why? Can you just relax for 10 minutes? you know. So in that sense, Mercury might help us, and just in March. Yeah.
Yeah, the retrograde will slow us down. It will help us to, at least to honor ourselves, and our emotions rising will slow us down because we can't just jump out and do everything right away. You may make plans, and then you may have to unmake some plans depending on how you're feeling.
I am clearing my drawers. I'm going to do all this cleaning up, preparing for tax season, finding paperwork for that. Just doing, catching up on my assignments, and doing stuff that is just nothing major.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
in
Take
April, I'll start again.
right,
Whatever.
right, exactly. Yeah.
So
We earned
it's
this
it's
little
it's,
break.
it's
We have earned this little break.
yeah,
Past this
yeah.
week, we'll realize, okay, catch our breaths, together, and
That's
so
right.
on. So,
That's
yeah.
right.
hmm
Thank you, JeMaja. This was, yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
And I mean, and make sure we remember to, I'm gonna give a little talk separately, because there's different techniques that I have been looking up to use things that I have in my notes, and I realize I need to share this with people right now because between the war, of course, and everything else, the wars, and whatever. So we're seeing a lot of the old energies flare up because that's part of
Yeah.
the way that humanity thought they can solve everything is by attacking one another. So it's
I
it's
do you know what I just asked Google today how many active wars are in the world today, and they said 160. We don't even know how many countries are in war.
yeah.
160 active wars.
I really
That is
I'm not
terrible.
surprised. Yeah.
That is terrible
We
number.
spend more time on war than we do on solutions to help feed people, solutions to keep people
Uh,
healthy, solutions
Another
for
word.
better living, living a full life. We don't.
That's right.
That's why our military budget in this country is higher than
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
So, but
Uh,
that's part of the old. It's part of the old. I mean, ancient old. I don't mean
yeah,
our contemporary era. And that's
yeah, 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 yeah.
why we're seeing. That's why we're having these major, Saturn and Neptune, different things happen because they're trying to gracefully conclude. It's not gonna happen right away. I won't see it. I don't think. I know I won't see it. But we're moving away from that. We're moving away from that. And in order to move away from it, we get to see it. We have to really all see it at the same time and realize, what is this? Why are we doing this? What happens
Uh,
afterwards?
you just reminded me of a beautiful word for retrograde, especially Mercury retrograde, is the word repair.
Repair. Yes, that's a good word.
Repair.
Yeah,
Let's
repair.
repair things because we are so keen on the destroying and then let's try to
Yes,
repair.
try to repair.
Think
Yeah.
about what can you repair?
hmm
Relationship,
Reconnect.
situation,
Reconnections is another word. Yes.
because we are so keen on all dismissing right away, or
Mhm.
and we don't even, um, you know, oh, this is broken, I buy a new thing. That's kind of we have that kind of mentality. We forgot about repair, and
Mhm.
something our ancestors actually did very well.
Well, not ancestors. I was there, so maybe I'm an ancestor because my
no,
generation we repaired a lot of stuff. We
yeah,
had to repair things. We didn't have the money to buy, so you had to
but
learn how to
but
patch things, repair things, fix things.
that's physically, and
hmm
then but also in relations to others, in relations to yourself. Maybe you need to
Yes,
repair your relationship to yourself, some kind of that
absolutely.
there's a bunch of stuff. Maybe think about
hmm
repair. So that
hmm
just occurred to me. That's an important maybe word for this explanation as well for this week.
Yeah, and
Repair.
so replace and remove. Yeah, remove. And yeah, so we're, I think this is a very powerful, potent Mercury retrograde, and I think that's the reason why, because I think it will in Pisces. So we'll need to go within. We'll need to find the treasure. The truth is there. There's the T-shirt, "Inquire within." Inquire within.
Yes, I like
And
that.
I think we're at that stage now where there's nothing on the outside that's making sense. We can't. It's hard to separate truth from fiction. So we have to learn how to
So,
go in and and determine what's our truth, if you will.
yeah, and
Yeah.
always think about do no harm. Think about you know how can is your actions or words going to benefit somebody, or is going to just think about always do no harm and think about just basic things. And
Yes. Oh,
You know.
I gotta say happy birthday, 'cause Renee Josephine has a birthday coming up.
Oh yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah, she has a birthday coming up this month. I think it's March 9th. I think, Renee, is that right, Renee Josephine?
Mm,
I think she's March 9th. I think, because I have her and or another friend, Rose. I think they're my Pisces
yeah.
friends.
My dad
Um,
turned 78 today. So
your dad turned 78 today.
yeah,
Happy birthday
yeah,
to your
yeah.
dad.
He was happy. I mean,
Oh,
yeah, it was good. It was good today. Yeah, he's struggling with many different things and accommodations, but today was a good day. So
yeah,
he
Renee
was a good
Josephine said her
little
birthday
blessing.
is the 9th, and your father's
Very nice.
today. And
Yeah,
then I think my other friend, Rose, who's a gifted, Renee's an artist and a gifted artist and writer. And I think Rose, and the Pisces people, it's interesting. They're very, it's very intuitive, very
very.
extraordinarily intuitive, and have a facility with communicating what they feel
Yeah.
about things. I find they have, um,
My dad was such a great photographer when he was younger. Some of these photographs that he took black and white ones of my mom when they were young, and
really,
of us as kids. Those are the beautiful. I actually, this reminds me, I need to frame them and put them on the wall.
yes,
That's a good
yes,
thing. Also to honor my
yes,
dad and his stuff. It was so beautiful. They're really artistic, you know. I
yeah.
have to.
They
Anyway,
are
that's another
artistic.
thing.
Yeah.
Very,
And
very.
Renee Josephine is very artistic. So she said she's a Pisces sun,
Oh,
fifth house.
fifth. Of course,
Fifth
we're creative.
house.
Of course, she's creative. It's her purpose. She needs this is the air that she breathes. Her creativity and artistic expression. Very nice. Aw, happy birthday, Pisces. You know this is
Yes.
going to be
Happy
a
birthday, Pisces.
huge eclipse for you all with all these planets in Pisces now. So
Yeah.
lots of things are happening for Pisces. You know, frame them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think
Yes.
I'm going to frame them because we always keep them in the albums. I need to actually put them
You put them on. Yes.
and
Yes.
frame them and to look at them every day.
Right. Yeah.
You know, we
Yeah. So
forget
you can
about
see
these things.
them. Yes. Yeah. That's a good
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
That's a good.
See,
Yes. So.
thank you. So that's it. That's why we talk. You always get inspired. You mentioned Pisces, I think, oh yeah, and then everything.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
very
Because I
nice.
know it's. I didn't. I never really knew how many Piscean friends. Yeah, I may have it. Probably just didn't pay attention. But I have two that I consider close friends, Renee, Josephine, and Rose, and they have insights, profound insights that could,
Oh yes,
something else, otherworldly at times. And when they have them, when they're actually in their creative zone, it's beautiful. You know, all of us, but especially with her with the sun in the fifth house. Yeah, I think my son's in the fifth house actually. Yeah, I think it was fifth house
see,
son too, if I recall correctly, and stuff. So,
that's perfect. That's perfect for you because you where your sun is, it's where you what you need to do, where you need to express yourself. This is where you shine.
yeah,
This is the area
right.
of life where you shine. This is the sun,
Shine, yes,
right?
right.
So this is where you shine with your creativity and
Someone else
that's
wrote in, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, that's true. So, all right. So next week we'll let everyone know if we can
yeah.
be on another day or we may have to skip. But let's just get through this week. This
Yes,
thing is
yes, please, yes,
Operation. Get through this week. At
yes,
least get
that's
to
right.
Thursday. It's just
That's
things get
right.
tough. Think
Yes,
Thursday. Think we got a
that's
big old sun trine Jupiter on
yes,
Thursday. That's sweet. That's sweetness. That could be like, ah, kind of.
yes.
Uh,
It's like if you push through this, then you can reward yourself with
To
something.
reward yourself, yes, yeah.
There you
Think
go.
about those treats that you'll reward yourself.
Yes,
And if you have that moment of being overwhelmed, then reach out and touch somebody, call
absolutely.
somebody,
Please,
text somebody. You know what I mean?
please.
So reach out to me. We have my things there. Just sort of, sometimes just need someone to engage with, just for a few minutes, just some kind of. I'm here. You know what I mean? I'm having a rough. I'm on shaky pins right now. I'm a little bit. And it happens. You could be fine 1 minute, and then the next minute you're like, huh, the bottom dropped out on me here, kind of thing. And I just need someone to talk to
That's right.
and
And
stuff, or
watch,
someone to hear
watch,
me.
watch beautiful love stories. Oh, Bridgerton. I don't know if you guys watch Bridgerton. I watched the other day until 3 a.m. JeMaja in the morning. I couldn't stop.
Oh,
I
that's
was so
funny.
tired that I was so tired the other day. I had to watch. I couldn't stop. Oh my god, this love story. Oh my, I
What
love it.
season? What season is it now? Two,
Five.
three, five. See, I'm behind because I started watching it, and then I
Mhm.
got off, and then I watched Queen Charlotte, which I
Yes,
love.
that was the season 3. That was beautiful. That's amazing season. But
And then I
now,
stopped watching. Then I stopped.
no,
Okay.
the last two. Are this one is I think is the best for me. And oh, it's so beautiful. Anyway, last I was, and then I watched the love story about JFK and Karen Dizette. That's a new show.
Oh yes. Oh, okay.
You can if there's if I watched that as well. Five episodes are out. It's
I got a chance to meet
interesting.
him. I actually have a photo with him.
Wow.
And I saw his father, and I was 6 years old, 5, 6 years old. I saw him right before he was somewhere in New York, and I happened to be there, and he was passing by, and my mother said, "Wave, that man is the president of the United States." And I remember waving, and I said, "Oh, my mom," because I just sort of, I knew that he was whatever, it was important. And then I do remember being in first grade or whatever I was, and when they announced, I was in the hallway, and they announced that the president of the United States has been killed. And I remember how the teachers were crying, school let out. I think I was going to take the milk money, the milk and cookie money to that was my day to do, and I was so proud. And then all of a sudden, teachers were like, "Get back to your room." School buses came, and it was chaos from there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And things
But
that you don't forget at that young age, I don't forget those two things. I
absolutely.
remember seeing him, and then also because I went home, I realized that man that I saw is dead. You know what I mean? That's pretty young to realize. I wasn't quite getting it, but I knew it wasn't good. I knew my grandmother was over. She was upset. It was a big thing and stuff. So,
Yeah.
and then
But
we had a
anyway,
lot of, yeah. Then we started our assassination ring. We had a lot of assassinations. After that one, we had quite a few.
I know.
It was like, yeesh.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Yeah.
But anyhow, so we have a lot of good stuff coming on. We have that. I'm glad for that. Thank you for that Jupiter trine,
Mm.
sunshine Jupiter. That's sweet. We that's the treat. That's a treat. That's a Cosmo, treat. That's getting right now. We're in our PMS. We're in our cosmic PMS right now. So by
I love
Thursday,
that.
we'll be done. We'll be done
Yes.
with
So
the
you can have
cycle.
that chocolate.
Oh,
Yes. You can have extra chocolate.
jeez. Honestly, because it's been one long cosmic PMS for a while. We've
It
been in
was. It was.
we've been in some stuff right now for a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been
It's been a
unrelenting.
lot.
It's been unrelenting. Yeah.
It's been a lot. So enjoy the shows and relax.
Yeah.
And
Watch some shows and read stuff. So, okay. So,
and music. Music
and
is always
music.
healing. Music is always
Yes.
healing.
Yeah. And, moving the body helps too. Just dance,
Oh yeah.
like no one's watching,
That's
hmm
the one. That's
And
the
sing
one.
like your neighbor, sing like you don't have any neighbors.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah, but that's the yeah. Why not? It's positive. That it has to be like that. That's good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My neighbors are called saying, "She's getting murdered up there. Come here, me," because
I don't. Yeah, my voice is also not good. But anyway, it is what it is.
oh boy. So okay,
Anyway,
so I wish you a good weekend, everyone. At this full moon lunar eclipse. Um, yes,
you can do
that's
it.
the
You can do
breath.
it, guys. Yeah,
The breath. We got this. Yeah, breathe through it. Yeah, we're giving birth. We're giving birth to our new selves. We are
that's
giving
true.
birth to our new selves.
That
Yeah,
is true. That is
the
true.
new earth.
Take
So
care, everybody, and you, Jamaja,
okay,
take care as well.
thank you, my dear. Thank you, everyone.
And reach out if you need anything.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
Reach out to so just to touch base. We're here to touch base with you. Okay.
absolutely.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye
Bye.
bye.